Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 3 as the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union had such a hard time with Finland in reality and in this game. Probably much worse in this game. I should have done what I did last time, which is just coming through the north. A much bigger border. It's a lot easier to just penetrate into the country. You still fight a little bit down here, but you avoid the river and the fortifications over here. Actually, maybe it's possible that AI Finland built more fortifications than it sometimes has. I don't know. I haven't actually checked to see like what the stats were. And it's possible that this made things much, much harder than it would have otherwise been. The other thing I could have done is bomb the fortifications, but we don't really have that many bombers. And actually, now that I think about it, my planes aren't really doing anything useful right now. So collapse all, and then these guys here. If I go to air map mode, so some things have range, but I don't know if this one does. It does. All right. And the area over here. Actually, I bet you could just stay home. I bet you can. So how do we cancel your mission? Do we just, like, tell you to go back to the airbase? Yeah, okay. Oh, the Navy, you can move up to here, actually. Just move, that's all you have to do to help with bombardment. Now, if I go back over here, so presumably none of my air units are doing anything anymore. Good. Okay. All right. So we are punching through, and we're going for full conquest. We have no more non-aggression pact with Germany. Be interesting to see if they decide to pull the trigger early or not. Thing is, right now, Germany doesn't have, like, the super strongest army. They don't have some of their more advanced tanks. They don't necessarily overwhelm me in numbers quite as much as you might expect. Build a new core over here. Add you to an army. At a certain point, I could just go with auto deploy, and if I set the theaters to reorganize, then I don't have to worry about quite as much micro here. General mechanized core. Let's find another core that's probably, yeah, much further away, but that's okay. You'll move and you'll take care of that. How's the Turkish war going? I always go too low. Too low when I'm looking to get Turkey. My armor, I mean, I did set the blitzing stance, right? So that's why they're still running ahead. But are they running too far ahead? How's our supplies? Actually, they are supplied perfectly fine right now. This guy currently has enough supplies, but whether more will pour in, I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and tell the army group now. No longer... There we go. Oh, you're actually just on offensive stance, attacking stance. You're not even blitz. Wow. I guess the front line just crumbled so much that the tanks were like, well, I guess we're just going to run forward now. It's going to be fine. Oh, that's the other thing is my war goal was Ankara. Yeah, it still hasn't been taken, actually, so we're going to leave it be. And yeah, hopefully everyone will start to move forward. The mountain troops are just sitting around in the plains. That makes sense. That's exactly what I was hoping they would do. All right, upgrades are done. Reinforcements are done. Production mostly going there. We've got a lot of stuff queued, and I'm okay with that. People are being pushed back from my tanks. I mean, these are just HQs. HQs do not fight. So, and here they did have a mountain division, which is then being pushed back. Our armor, you are fully supplied. Feeling pretty good. Just chilling for now. All right, you're doing okay. Finland. Still there, but in full retreat. And we're going to go and surround Helsinki. That's going to be good. Your target is Vaasa over here. Your advance to it is pretty slow, although, you know, starting to poke through now. Again, these are HQs. HQs don't fight. There's a unit here, but they're currently retreating. They may have just lost a battle. I don't know. We're winning battles most places. We lost the Battle of Juva. Where's Juva? Over here. And that can happen back and forth. Units get a little overextended or out of position. That's the status of this battle. How come I can't click on it? There you go. Battle of Juva. This is a new Battle of Juva. Progress is going in our way. We got mountain divisions over here. There's no mountains over here. We just ended up deploying them because I was just deploying stuff in crazy order. That's okay. Actually, are there any mountains at all in Finland? I don't know anything about Finland. We've got... No, those are our plains. No, pretty flat. Marsh? Arctic? So once we get into Sweden and Norway, there's all those mountains, the ones that make the damn fjords. National decision. Claim Bessarabia. So we are at peace with Romania right now, but if we do it, we will claim Bessarabia. Sure, I'll do it. We claimed it. Oh, on the 27th of June, 1940, so we're slightly ahead of time, Romania bowed to a Russian ultimatum demanding the immediate cession of not only Bessarabia, but also the northern part of Bukovina. So, What, is that actually not in the list of places we can find? Is it been renamed to Bessanovka? No. Okay, it's this territory right over here, though. I bet you if we go into region map mode, is that what it's called? Yeah, there we go. So there's no province called that, but it's okay. So we just demanded some extra territory over here. Soviet Union gains 5 threat on Romania. Of course, they're totally a threat. We might declare war for the rest of it. We'll see how it goes. So this front line will move forward. Just gain some extra territory there. All right. Just nice to boss people around. Okay. Let's keep going. We do have 2 wars going on right now. They're not too bad. I could probably expand my war, but where would we go? And next targets would be Persia and Afghanistan. I think we'll finish the Turkish war before that happens. Then we can reposition our troops at that point. Germany enforced conquer on Belgium. There we go. And they won't be able to conquer Netherlands because the Netherlands have territory all up overseas. So they won't actually surrender because of percentages, but this occupation will maintain forever. USA have decided to stab in the back. Leadership of Italy assured America that they were desirous of peace, but the government of Italy chosen, yeah. So Italy is going to start some crap. And the USA is like, well, I think what it does is effectively break some of the USA's neutrality, and they can start doing Lend-Lease, they can start changing some of their laws to do, you know, start building up an army, that sort of thing. It is June of 1940 at this point. This war is definitely taking a lot more effort than we would like. But we do have Helsinki. Helsinki belongs to us. Wonderful. And what I need to do then is tell my first army group, your objective is no longer Helsinki. Your objective is now Turku, and your objective will also be Vasa. Those are the 2 other victory points, so you should end up advancing there. It's terrible territory over here. The weather is consistently bad as well. That is not going to help out too much, but there we have it. I'm going to keep this fleet here for some bombardment for a little while longer. Meanwhile, Turkey. Turkey's still falling. Mostly it's a question of getting our troops there quickly enough. How many of these guys are actually moving? Not that many. I guess you're defending various ports and things. Maybe you just need more warm bodies? You over here, 16th Army. I'm going to remove you from the hierarchical position. Then I'm going to automate you. And you're specifically going to be instructed to make a run for Istanbul. At a blitz. I'm confused. Oh, actually just did the core. Nah, that's okay. But you're not actually moving. Oh, you're doing a big strategic redeployment. Are you? Yeah, you are. What about the troops below you? Oh, shoot, you're all over the place. Put you back in here. I'm going to automate the entire Stalingrad HQ. No. I'm not going to do that. Still too big. West Army, I'm going to allow you to do unit reorganization, because I think you're a little bit derped up. And I'm also going to encourage you to go after Istanbul. There we go. So new cores and stuff are being created, moved. Get less of a range problem. Well, I say that. You can still see it's pretty messed up. There we go. We enforced acquire territory on Finland. which was the initial... That was the initial Winter War declaration, was this. But when we said, no, we want to bring them socialism, what we did was we added the war goal of conquering. So now Finland simply belongs to us. God, that was tough. Okay, we're going to take the Archangel HQ, and we're going to go and make everything here part of this HQ. Like that. And that's already been added to Archangel. Good. Then I'm going to take the Stavka HQ and add these bits over here. Just try to smooth that out just because, you know, visually. To your zone, and there we go. And that means my Leningrad HQ no longer has any provinces, which means I can actually disband this HQ, which I'm going to do. Furthermore, I'm going to disband the first army group. I'm going to take the third army and add it to... Stavka shouldn't need that many stuff because it's mostly the coast. It's not down here. So we're going to move you down to... What is this one called? It's not telling me. That's great. The Smolensk HQ. Now, you're technically slightly out of position because it's an army. I'm going to add you to the army group. Okay. So a bunch of these troops are going to move down here. We haven't taken anything out of Archangel, though. We had buffed them up, which is good because they've got a little bit more territory to grab. Oh, speaking of Archangel, I'm going to tell you to be in defensive stances everywhere. And I am going to tell you, you don't actually have to protect anything specific. The theater will sort of do its own thing. Well, I say that. You know what? Make sure you defend these ports specifically, and you should also be protecting this border over here, which I think you will do automatically. Very tempting to declare war on Sweden, but Sweden will give us a massive border. Oh, we got the Gulf of Finland effect. Hey, excellent. Will give us a massive border with Norway. Norway is under control of the Germans, so we would have to defend a lot more territory. Whereas here we've got a thinner border to defend. Plus maybe worry about naval invasions, but that's a little bit rough to do. All right, how is our technology? Well, our officer corps is finally grown to at least 100%, so that's good. So I'm going to bring things back over in sort of this direction, and we'll try to monitor how we're going. We want to keep it above 100%, so we'll see exactly how it works out there. Production-wise, we're back to mostly producing, which is good. I can leave it on prioritize upgrades. That is totally okay right now. We will start to get technology again, so that'll start to use up some stuff, but not quite yet. And I'm quite keen on finishing a few more of these divisions here and buffing up our Turkish attack, because I don't think we actually just have the numbers. We were able to crush their army very easily, but we literally don't have the numbers to like occupy everything that we're trying to occupy here. Battlefield introduction, 10% more reserves target focus. Okay, don't know what that means, but it sounds very exciting. Why are you, see, you're moving back to here. I should probably do this manually. Tell you what, you, over here, and detach you. Run along the coast. Literally, capture the entire coast. Up to here. You're doing stuff, so that's okay. But what I'm going to want you to do, actually, is do something slightly different. I'm going to see if we can do some sort of encirclement here. You are going to get detached, and we're going to run you up this way. All right, go nuts. Being detached from the main army means you don't get as many bonuses, but I'm actually just hoping that they mostly avoid any kind of fights and take advantage of their speed to cut some people off. There's some skirmishes happening already, but that's all right. You're still attached to things, which I guess is fine. If this cavalry moves forward, I would definitely like to smash it with our armor. Oh, they have planes they're using now. Well, then let's try to capture the airfield. There we go. And you're still going to go down the coast over here, which I think is okay. There you go. I think you're getting hit by planes, but someone's going to move here. Who is it? Is it just an HQ, or is there some actual troops? We'll make the move anyway. Armor brigade is still pretty good. Hopefully the fuel will hold out. Could run out of gas along the way. Either way, we should be able to capture the airfield and stop a little bit of air bombardment, which I'm going to appreciate. Deploy some more troops? Yeah. We don't actually have a specific mechanized corps. Well, way over here we do. We don't have a good corps right at the front. Let me make a new corps. Add you to the 15th Army, which is way back here, so you're out of range. Yeah, it's okay. Another corps. Who else is alone? You over here. You get added to that. Then my tanks still have their move commands, and they are indeed still doing that. Good. How's the speed modifiers here? Terrain. Oof. Still, it's not too bad. Tanks could potentially move slightly faster if they were alone and didn't have the motorized rifles, but I think we're fine. Oh, I'm paused. Oh, and more tanks to deploy. Deploy back here, because you will have to... Actually, you do start with full supplies. Huh. You're just going to pull back. I don't know why they're so insistent on pulling back in this territory. All right. We're going to automate you as well. Tell you what. We're going to get you to see if we can beeline straight over here. We'll have to babysit you to make sure you don't run into anyone. But we'll see what we can do. In any case, if we can complete this encirclement here, we will cut off all these troops from their supply paths. And actually, maybe I should just focus on having some more bodies in those areas, because they may try to recapture some of these provinces. But unless they have supply planes... Okay, we took out their airfield, so that'll hurt their planes. And unless they have supply planes, they won't be able to resupply any of these guys. How's the inefficient research? Small arms and infantry support weapons. Okay, cancel you and you, and that's okay. And that will require some upgrades again, which we're going to prioritize, and I'm okay with that. I should just operate more of this manually. And manually operating when you got infantry, like in Finland and bad terrain, is pretty meh. But here, it's not as bad, because tanks move faster. They're a lot more fun to play with. Anyway, come here and then join up over here, because we may need some extra bodies around here to make sure these guys don't retake anything. Let me move over here. If they want to move in between there, that's not too bad. I can hit them from two different sides, actually. You're not moving. You guys are moving back. You're moving up there, which I guess is fine. Now there's a little bit more forward movement. Okay. So all our infantry tech is now up to 1942 level. Well, no, sorry. It's literally at 1940 level. That's the other thing I guess I didn't time right, is I could have had probably the 1940 tech for the Finnish War. Apparently I didn't let it finish properly, which is too bad. So these guys should no longer get any supply, so they're going to get worn out. And since they're not making a move to take things back, let's make a run for Istanbul. Any other victory points around here? Oh, yes. So you're going to make a run for there. And you're running to Istanbul, and yeah, you guard that because it's worth victory points. And Ankara. Oh, yeah, we still don't have Ankara. Wait, hold on. Is Ankara their capital? I think it is, isn't it? So the supply actually flows out of here. So I'm actually cutting off these troops. I'm cutting off the rest of the country. We don't know how many things are there. So let me pull up this way, and then we'll see if we can attack them from a couple of different fronts here. Congratulations, you were too incompetent to be automated. That says a lot coming from me. You're going to go there, and you're going to come here, and you're going to come here as well. And then we're going to attack the capital from a lot of different angles simultaneously. We might want to take out this province first. I don't know what's there. There's certainly some cavalry, but I don't have a real good sense of numbers, and we'd be attacking across river unless we attack from here, which some of our guys will. Greece has joined the Allies. That is unfortunate, actually. Hopefully the Axis take over Greece, and then I can come back and take Greece from them. Reserve unit. Oh, so these stats are full. Yeah, it's got no organization. Actually, if anyone attacked me right now, it would be very bad. Okay, you guys are in good position. And how much stuff do we have here? Okay, and you're not full. I should, if I'm going to get you to participate in the Battle of Ankara, you should actually stand here. And hopefully you'll get some boost before we enter you into the combat. Probably we won't enter you into the battle at all. How are these guys doing? You're good. You are not so good. Organization very low. Okay, let's just pull the HQs back a step. Make sure I don't accidentally include them in the combat. Are you just sitting idle? Make a run to Istanbul. Who knows? Their national unity might be low enough that taking Istanbul will change things. Most likely not. Organization is trickling up. Okay, once these guys arrive here, we'll probably plan that attack. I guess that's maybe why some of these guys aren't moving up so fast, is because of the lack of organization. They're just hanging back. Yugoslavia entered the Axis. Unlimited national emergency in the USA. Okay. Alright, you guys. Yeah, you're far from full up, but march into there. How we doing? Oh, good. They only have the one cavalry, so that's okay. So we'll win that. And they do have some planes going in and out. And you, instead of moving in, I'm going to have you stay there. You, I do want you moving into there. And they can't attack right away because they've got the yellow ticker. 102 hours. Oof. Still, I might start the attack from the south. Tanks can go in there. Attach yourself to mechanized corps. Apparently a million miles away. That's alright. Oh, you keep pulling back. Okay, so most likely we'll wait for this. Again, we don't know how many troops are here. Maybe not that many. Oh, they were considering moving forward, really. Hours. Yeah, as soon as they're done, I'm just going to march in with everyone. Meanwhile, have we taken Istanbul? Not yet. Oh. Oh, wait, what? Really? I can't cross there. Oh, alright. Well, then just make your way back over here. How much the timer? There we go. And boom. Everyone... Some people are still yellow. Whatever, that's okay. Deselect the HQs. HQs do not fight. Everyone who can move, please do. Some of you can't, but that's alright. 27 width. So max width is actually 30. We've got 27 in play. They've only got the one unit. Oh my god. What a joke. So we're going to flatten them. We overkilled pretty substantially. Meanwhile, you are continuing up the coast. Germany enforced the fall of France. So they have gone and claimed everything in the south. Or, sorry, in the north. And in the south, we've got a Vichy France, which will likely align itself towards the Axis. They're not technically part there yet, but United Kingdom, finest hour, the shame of defeat. Okay. So now Germany might turn their eye on me. We got to wrap our things up here pretty quickly. Although we're moving up pretty well now. I think I can probably just go and get some AI control up in here again. And that's fine. And then just make sure to set the victory markers. Yeah. They'll make your way there. Do attack stance. You're going to be fine. I don't know if you've got any of these, but go ahead and do that. There we go. And you are not attached to the group, so you're still going to make that run directly for the capital, which I think is fine. Just in case everyone else is being kind of derp about things. You can rejoin a corps. You can also rejoin a corps. And... no, tell you what, you can join this far-off motorized corps. I'm going to leave you disconnected, because you can maybe ninja Istanbul, which would be great. Okay, production-wise. Split between upgrades and production, I think that's actually okay. And again, we'll mostly have to just assign as many troops as possible to that western front. We got some tanks, we got some planes. I probably don't need quite this much combat or close air support. Interceptors will be nice, because we can deny the Germans their own. So I'm going to keep them in the queue. But yeah, tanks, and then when this is done, and the next round of upgrades are done, most likely I'll queue up... Yugoslavia is mobilizing. I'll queue up a bunch more infantry for that front line. Okay. More tanks. And we've got decent, like, medium tanks. If the Germans are coming at me with light tanks, they'll have the speed advantage. But we will have considerably more firepower. Like, I don't know what Germany's tech has gotten to. Oh, you know what we can do is check the intelligence screen over here. Now, Finland doesn't exist. We're not spending anything over there. Germany, we're still counter-espionaging mostly. I'm going to... you can still do that, but also do some military espionage so I can see your troops. National unity, I'm happy with where it is. And yeah, a little bit of counter-espionage there in case you decide to mess with me. I'm okay with that. Alright, battles are happening here automatically. Turkey should be cleaned up, even by the AI. Leak within the government. Increase your efforts to smack down on that. Looks like their airplanes have moved back to this airfield. Oh. Can I not get there at all? Did you cancel? Yes, you canceled. Germany, enforce conquer on Norway. Maybe I have to control this port. Assassination of Leon Trotsky. No. How do I get over there? It keeps starting and then stopping. I know I've done it before. Maybe the infantry can do it? I don't think I need transport ships. God, I hope not, because I don't have any. That might not be true. I might have come in through the north side last time to finish this off. It hadn't occurred to me. Let's just add you to 40th over here. It's fine. You're aligning towards the axis. Taking it might be very dangerous. And Bulgaria is an Axis member. How do we take... Let's see if you can go that way. Do we need engineers? Build me a bridge? Something? Now, their national unity should lower over time naturally. So they might still just surrender. God damn. Wait, why are you deciding to go that way this time? I know, whatever. I'm gonna just add you to this army group. Maybe the AI will figure it out. Asking a lot from the AI. but it could happen. Is that a little bit of turkey that's left down here? It is. Like, it even looks connected. I don't understand. I mean, I know it's not. They don't have, like, a bridge that I can try to cross? Well, that'll get cleaned up. Anyway, upgrade's basically done. We are in full production swing again, and actually we don't have a full production queue. We can build more. Tell you what. Why don't you build me some transports? Just to say. January 41. Wow, it really doesn't take very long to build those transports. And then we can deploy them to, say, this naval base here. Although, no, this one here. Actually, yeah, we'd just get sunk, wouldn't we? Can we reposition? Do we have a fleet somewhere? You! I'm going to separate you from there. Alright, you're not going to be part of anything. You're going to just come over and literally sit here for now. Just move there. Can't do a move? How come you can't just do a move? You can move there, but not there. Patrol that area. Aggressively. I'm assuming that's where this fort is. Or this, base is. So, are you actually moving out, or are you just chilling? The game's not paused. Why aren't you moving? Seriously, though. What the hell is going on here? I don't understand. Hey, technology. Okay, this one I was going to say is going to be hugely ahead, and it is. Alright, let me rebase you there. Maybe there's a range problem? I don't see that being the case, but... Alright, you actually are moving, so that's good. And that's where we're going to deploy our transports once they get there. We're going to make sure to babysit these seas with our war fleets. Alright. And I still can't tell you to just move. You can move there, but not here. What if I tell you to move out here first? Then can I tell you to move to the next one? Is that going to be allowed? Nope. Patrol? You're literally not doing it. Patrol there. Intercept. There's something there, specifically. Intercept. What? No, you... I am really confused. Literally none of my troops can get over here, and my ships can't move into here? That doesn't seem right. Okay, you're actually patrolling, which is good. You're on intercept waiting. I'm going to set you on patrol over here. Oh, do you not have any supplies? You have no supplies down here. Great army happening to us. Hey, hey! Finally got our numbers high enough for that to take effect. Okay, how's our supply routes looking down here? Pretty bad. How's our infrastructure? Well, probably non-existent. But this, well, it's all going to be Turkish territory. Because we're looking to puppet them, right? I could build manual convoys. Create a supply convoy from Sevastopol to... This is the naval base in Eregli. So Sevastopol to Eregli. And do I have to add ships to it? There we go. And these are escorts. And we are defending. So now if I look at the supply map mode, I will see supplies flowing this way. It'll still take a little bit for like this to be updated and for the supplies to actually get moved to this port and flow down here, but it should allow us to keep our guys much better supplied over here. Could we, like, maybe take the provinces in the middle here? It's kind of driving me crazy that we haven't. And you're ever going to get over there. You keep trying. Is it possible it was like a lack of supplies or something else that was causing this to reset? Oh! Nope. Damn it. And then they're going to try down there. It's not going to work, buddy. Because these guys are actually supplied just fine. Are these my transports yet? Nope. What's involved in researching some paratroopers? You do that. Do I have to unlock something for transport planes? We need all these supply techs and things maxed out. That is actually hugely important. I don't see it. There, let's at some point unlock Marines too, just so we have some options. Alright, so we are supplying over here. Our ships are patrolling a bit, although there's enemy fleets buzzing around too. We have our own fleet. Looking for action. We're going to add you to existing flight wings. So Germany doesn't have any troops on this border right now. If we were to declare war on Germany right now, we'd be able to run through them pretty fast, wouldn't we? Now, most likely we'd at some point hit their real units, and they'd probably push us back. I would rather wait until they were being sort of harassed more aggressively by the Allies. But it's damn tempting to go ahistorical here. Really damn tempting. We are going to have to put a cut in this video at this point, but I'm still very stumped as to what's going on here. Like, oh my god, they finally made the move! So what was stopping them? There was no units. Was it the fleet coming in and cutting them off? So they finally came through here. Hold on. What victory point are we possibly missing then? Don't we have 100% of the victory points against Turkey? It certainly feels that way. Just reset the AI here. But they're probably about to whoops, that's not what I want to do. This is what I want to do. They're probably about to surrender, but just in case, let me make sure to click on all the victory points that I can see to make sure we actually control them. No, we must. We must. Yeah, surrender progress, 100%. War goals. Become puppeted. Surrender. There we go. Maybe it gives them a second to like regain some victory progress. It makes sure that we've locked it in. All right, Turkey is now our puppet. That is exactly what I was looking for. And that's worth quite a bit of progress towards our victory conditions as well, right? Turkey and Istanbul is good. Now we could have also just like annexed this territory too, but I think this is probably okay. All right, Stalingrad HQ. I'm actually going to automate you at the higher level at this point. I'm going to let you reform your lines, and we might go and automate some of your division control at that point, but I'm going to wait until you've reformed a sane line before doing that. Okay, some of these wars are being a bit painful. I'm going to keep that supply route over there. I think that's probably okay. Meanwhile, these ships can... I think they can probably just go and rebase themselves. No, this supply route doesn't need to exist anymore because we're going to get supplies out of Turkey now. Or what happens when you're in an allied territory, supplies come from your stockpile but teleport to your ally's capital and then it flows out of there. So that should be fine. Now, I assume this decured the infrastructure? No, it's still there. Which I'm okay with. I don't know, I'll spend some industrial capacity to build up the coast of Turkey. That's probably not terrible. But I will go and make the supply convoys automated again. So that should actually get canceled on its own probably soon. It'll get auto-destroyed. I suspect we won't need it, although it's not too bad. Oh yeah, the weather map mode. All right, we're going to put a cut in here. Thanks for watching. We will probably look to take some more territory over here at some point, and then otherwise prepare for Germany to backstab us. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.